Hello, here's Sam from the future, and I came here to warn you for mentions of blood, violence, and vomit. Thank you, we love you, bye!
Bonjour. Bonjour, and welcome to the podcast Fiction After Lunch. I'm Mindy.
I'm Sam.
And you are?
Hey, Meck.
Hello back! Yeah, as everyone already established, this is a podcast where we are reading fan fiction or fiction after eating our lunch. And this is the part where we finished the fan fiction of like 8 chapters that I wrote when I was 13 years old. And currently we are writing our own chapters and continue the story. So this is the episode that we are here. And actually, Meck is not restrained today. He's not chained to the chair because we are not sitting on a chair. We are sitting in my new apartment.
On a comfy sofa.
On a comfy sofa.
Yes, which is much better than the wooden stools we used before.
And we had wooden stools.
Oh, no stools at all. No chairs, nothing.
We were sitting on the floor.
Of course. Well, and this is also an improvement. Now this podcast even contains people casting pots. You know, there's a pot besides us with a nice green plant. Now we are trying to be more eco-friendly.
Yes, actually, I moved to my new apartment. I think we already talked about it in the last episode.
Half an hour.
Yeah, we talked too much about my new apartment. And
It's got walls.
Yeah, it got walls. And actually, I have this, like, how's it called in English?
Ceiling.
Window?
The window, and outside you can put some kind of balcony plants or something. And I kind of established a new, like, I have a lot of plants. And already 2 of them are dying, so...
It's a plantation already. Yeah. Because it's so impressive and massive.
Yeah, but you see already 2 plants are dying, so
because
I don't
from
have
outside I thought you were living in the woods.
In the woods?
Of course.
Oh, I like it. And yeah, we just ate lunch. Like, Sam, what did we have for lunch?
We once more had tortellini.
We are eating so much tortellini now.
Yes. But we made a small salad out of it. We put tomatoes in and cashews and mozzarella.
Yeah. It was like an Italian salad that I found online.
Yeah. In a good spirit, insalata deliziosa.
Whoa.
You know.
Yeah, how did you find it? Like, Sam and me made the salad.
It was just put in front of me and I ate it, and I'm very satisfied to be very delicious.
Yes.
And I'm a bit sad. It made me sad. Your cooking always makes me sad.
Why? Why does it make you sad?
Because there's not plenty more of it.
No, we had more, but you were full.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, what's with dinner?
Yeah, we will have dinner.
We need a sequel. You know.
A sequel.
Of course, we need to improve our content and perhaps offer a bigger variety, like fiction before breakfast, still being tired and upset with daily living, and living at all, of course.
Oh, it already starts.
Then the standalone fiction after lunch, but then also the new sequel for the evening with perhaps more raunchy themes, like fiction before or after dinner. Yay!
Fiction in the evening. We just have fiction, like we just read fan fiction all day long. Like we don't have anything else to do anymore.
Your intro always reminds me of some pirates, you know?
Yeah!
The pirate podcast. I don't know how to do such a piratey accent.
Yeah, we already have some ideas because you said that it sounds like pirate song. We had the idea to make like one more special episode where we behave like pirates, or the content of our story will include pirates or anything. So
freshwater pirates, you know.
Yeah. So look forward to this episode. I don't know when we are going to do it, but maybe in the future, in years. I have no idea. And okay, you two, are you excited? Because today I did write the new chapter and everyone knows what happened in the last one.
For those of you who don't know, what happened in the last one was that after the prom night, there was a huge fight.
As always.
As always. a lot of people got
Not murdered, as far as I know.
Bloody.
Slaughtered.
No, they were not killed. They were just punched so much that you cannot recognize them anymore.
Thought it'd been more exciting.
I mean, I didn't write down if anyone got killed, but we know there was a lot of blood involved.
Yes.
Well, but now I'm looking forward. Of course, our nice Mindy around here wrote the next chapter. But we'll see some splatter. Some nice, good old-fashioned horror moves.
Yay. I will not spoil anything.
Exploding limbs or something like that. Then.
No.
We'll see.
Actually, I was trying to put some effort into the next chapter.
Like, from the first time.
That was the first time I tried to put some effort into anything.
Yeah.
And therefore I'm a little bit curious how you will find it.
Is it family friendly?
No.
Of course not.
Oh, well, wait, it is maybe. I don't know.
We're not improving our
podcast will
demographics.
stay explicit.
Good.
Oh.
And yeah, the last things that happened in the last chapter, which you still didn't say, was that Tim kissed Mindy. And I was like, oh my god. Why did he kiss
Where exactly?
In? How was it going?
In. She kissed in.
In a closet.
In a closet. Maybe that needs more explanation.
Of course it does.
They were hiding from the police.
Yeah.
And then they were in a closet. And Mindy's face was covered in blood. And
Of course, where?
From the fight before.
Oh, fuck, I kiss. No, oh no.
Oh, Tim likes.
Blood starts spraying out of her pores. No, not a kiss!
And he was
Her
like,
body
oh.
starts to resist.
No, and he was like, oh, you have blood on your cheek. And then he was putting a hand.
Let me
to her
lick it.
cheek.
yes, exactly.
And then he kissed her, and I was like, I remember I was so embarrassed because I'm reading my own name. It's like, oh, he kissed me. Zim, which name is now Tim, and we will change it in future also again.
To Jim. Yeah. Jim, but not like Jim in the name Jim, like gymnasium, you know? Jim.
Gymnasium.
Yeah. Call it
Sounds like a chemical
a
substance.
sportive type, you know?
Yes, but it would make sense for an alien. Gym, short for gymnasium.
Gymnasium.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe in the next chapter,
Yes.
because...
Uncanny Valley, you know? Because it tries to mock human behavior but doesn't quite get it. And so, well, of course I know Jim is a normal human name. Like Jim in gymnasium, that is so popular among you.
That's a normal human name.
Perfect.
Of course.
Do we know any gyms?
No, I don't.
I know one from a television show, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, also from television and from YouTube.
Tell the Jim. You think I go
Oh, that's
there? No. Of course not.
But actually, now we talked so much about Jim and Tim. Actually, he's not part of the next chapter.
Good,
I will
great.
spoiler you.
Oh no.
And now you're like, I want to see more of Mindy and Tim Jim. We call him Tim Jim.
That's a
No,
good
no.
idea.
No.
Great.
Okay, let's go into the chapter, and we will organize it like always. So when you are our guest, you are going to read the POV, and you are going to read the voices. And actually, I wrote the chapter, so I will answer your questions.
Mindy, what is wrong with you?
What did you do again wrong? And you're like, why?
So
I really
we
want
have
you to
to
ask me why.
we have to split it. What's wrong with you now, and what's wrong with you afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, then let's start.
Chapter 11. Chase.
In the meantime, with Zen and Paula. It is shortly after midnight, and you can still hear the sirens of the police looking for the high school students who are responsible for the brawl, or rather, the massacre.
Yay!
It is astonishing that no one has died in all the commotion. As a writer, I would describe it as an improvement.
I wanted to include myself a little bit. Like, as a writer, I would say it is an improvement that no one died this chapter.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yes.
There's not enough of you in the story.
But we've just started with the ceiling, so there are two more walls left for us, like the wall towards the audience, and of course, the bottom.
supporting.
Like it can always hit the ground.
What? I don't understand. Explain.
Or are we in free fall? I don't know.
Just take it as a compliment.
Okay, I take it as a compliment.
So whenever you don't understand something I say, just take it as a compliment.
Okay.
Zen and Paula run through the dark streets of the city. Paula runs after Zen while she calls out all the time.
Now I asked Mindy, what's wrong with you?
It's becoming worse, I will tell you.
Oh no. Master! 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 I missed you so much! Master! Master! Master!
I think you never said master so much in your life, isn't it?
You don't know me.
What? And yeah, she's calling Zen master, by the way.
Okay.
Has just been introduced
Yes.
for the first time.
Oh,
Yes.
those are new characters. Paula is...
Gear, still, like, as a woman.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
We changed the names, so you can imagine Gil here.
Mhm.
And Zen is a new character. You can imagine her as being the coolest person you can imagine with sunglasses and all.
Yeah, and she's more
Her.
like, you know, like, it's my characters that I developed, so you know it's Zen. I already showed you pictures.
and I know Paula is behaving like a puppy and
She's always behaving like this.
established herself as a character in a rather masochistic manner.
Yes.
No,
No, like
chasing her master. Who is annoyed? Like, it's not right time, no! I have to work.
You don't know if Zen is annoyed. Who knows? Maybe he likes it that she calls him.
Oh, we'll see.
We will see.
Zen had completely ignored Paula and came to the end of the alley.
I would also ignore her if she would running behind me like,
no.
Master, I missed you! Master, all the time.
Like in public on the street.
Oh,
No turn around, no way to escape, nothing.
yes.
So now,
So you could only ignore her.
he leaned against the wall and tried to see if the big street he was looking at was clear of cops. Are we looking to a beginning thought of manslaughter? I don't know. Paula had caught up with Zen and was running faster towards him. With one big jump, Paula threw Zen on the ground in the main street and hugged Zen.
Why did Google change Zen's pronouns?
You mean to him and he?
Yeah.
Actually, it's the original that I write. Like,
Why?
Like, Zen is for me a character. She's a girl, like in the
Yes.
outward appearance, but she behaves completely like a man. So he's referring to himself like a man. He doesn't see himself as a girl.
Okay.
That's the kind of character.
Zen. Okay.
Trans Zen, kind of, yes.
Okay.
So he's maybe something in between, like not having a gender really. So I wanted to make it clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there are even gender-neutral pronouns, you know, you could
maybe they,
use
I
they and
could
them,
use.
yeah.
Yes.
But it's a bit difficult for Google Translate to refer to it with on the basis of a German text because there is no direct translation of it in German.
Yeah.
You would have
Therefore, I
to
invite
include
people
manually.
just to explain it to you this way, that I get the feeling that Zen is more like a man at some point and not like a woman.
Okay.
So it makes a little bit more complex character.
Well, it depends on the situation, so it's very exciting, you know. Sometimes
he behaves like a girl.
oh, what's
so-
the difference? It's the
Who
same
knows?
person, so what?
Actually,
Doesn't matter, really.
he's now wearing how's it called?
A skirt.
A skirt, yeah. And it's a he, kind of, so... Yeah, just refer to him as a he because it was also sometimes hard to... When I write she, then I'm sometimes... Oh, maybe it could be Paula, so I was like... Okay,
So it's easier to write.
Yeah,
to make
easier
it-
to write.
Ah, yeah, of course, because Paula could always also just
She-
run faster towards herself.
Yeah, she
You know.
leaned against the wall and something like this, so it was
Yes.
easier to...
Well, that's clever, in a way.
Yeah, with my explanation of him behaving
Not
like a
too
man.
clever, but still, it's an attempt. It's a start, and we have to
Okay.
recognize it.
And yeah, she just jumped at him.
Like now I see where you put the effort in
What?
for the first time.
Yeah. And what do you think he will do? Like
Shoot her.
Shoot
Oh
her.
no! Oh, I'm sorry. Thought too loudly.
What do you think?
It has to fit the plot, you know. So it would be just rather convenient to let Zen shoot her because It
But
fits
it's
the
like a new character.
situation. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
everyone just kills
not
each
too
other.
much of a loss because you don't have to establish the character. Just shoot it and
Shoot
then it's
it.
gone. Of course, it's the character. We don't know anything about it. Just call it it. Like a thing. It's not living at all. It's just some letters on the page.
No.
Who cares? Who cares
You also
about
said
it?
it's the last time that you don't have like this connection. You just see the story wrote down. Like you just see the words, but you don't feel the story behind it. You don't see them as characters that you're developing.
That would also mean that you're testing me the. That means you think I was able to feel emotion,
Yes,
compassion.
I thought that you would feel, and that you could feel the feelings of the characters that I tried to develop and making them into real characters which have like complexity.
Why is human behavior so annoying? I don't know.
Okay, Sam, what do you think will happen?
I think Zen is going more the stabby route.
Everyone
Yay!
wants to kill Paula.
Because we had a lot of knives in the last chapter.
Yeah.
Last chapters.
Last chapters.
And it
Might be
makes
immortal.
sense.
You know, just stab it and then it will heal the wound already, and so why not?
Yeah, Meck is kind of right because Paula is still a robot.
Yeah, she's a robot who turned into a human being.
Well, no, what is it technically? Is it a human? Is it a robot? Well, that's interesting.
That's a good question.
For the future. Of course, not for now, because we have to go on with your great plot.
Yeah, maybe we will include at some point some politics and like
Politics?
Please don't.
and establish like an artificial intelligence thing.
I thought we talk about something important.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Zen tried to push Paul away from him while screaming in annoyance.
I am not your master, and stop following me. You are a pain in the ass and heavy.
Paula got up and watched Zen get up and tried to wring out his black dress because they had fallen in a puddle.
Oh,
Of course.
of course.
Paula.
Convenient puddle.
Yeah, like leaning at the wall, just being pushed to the floor, and all of a sudden, oh yes, a puddle. Of course, why
Because it
not?
was raining. We established this in
Dirt.
the last episode.
Paula looked at him to process the words Zen was saying. She whispered in a robot voice,
Not your master. Biological agreement. Waffles.
"That's a brain, big brain time there.
There's no question? Okay, let's continue.
No questions.
Okay.
No.
We don't have to post questions because the text is already answering those untold questions."
Really?
Zen looked confused at Paula with slightly raised eyebrows when she stood motionless and calm for several minutes.
Calm in big letters.
Oh, I repeat it again. So, Zen looked confused at Paula with slightly raised eyebrows when she stood motionless and calm! I think it wasn't clear enough.
It was fine, but it's okay.
Yeah?
You can continue, yes.
Of course. I have to find the beginning now because I forgot.
No!
Where was I? Of course, yes.
Oh no!
After this argument, we all sit here and try
Sam,
to.
you're already trying to cover our ears.
No, you don't. You know. We try to sympathize with Zen because Zen looked. Who'd thought of it? Confused
Yeah, we established that.
at Paula
Oh no!
with slightly raised eyebrows
If he's reading everything like this, we will never come to the
when
end of
she
this
stood
episode.
motionless and. For 7 minutes, showed like calm even longer
No!
for several minutes.
No! It's
Like-
okay. Stop being calm. Be normal. Be not calm anymore.
This made Zen a little nervous.
Yeah, like me and Sam. Like Sam made Sam.
No, I'm convinced you got the gist.
Yes. I want to see how it goes on.
Before Zen decided to just leave, Paula suddenly yelled.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, it's not yelling at all.
Okay.
My voice is leaving.
no.
Okie dokie! Then I won't follow you anymore. Not your master.
Do you understand what she's saying?
Yes, it's a dad joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not your master. It's now the name assigned to Zen.
Yeah, because he said like, I am not your master, and she's like, I am. Just put a name inside of here.
Yeah.
It's like she has this robot behavior still.
And something like, and I won't follow you anymore. Not your master.
Yes.
Something like that. Despite these words, she came. Oh no. Oh no. I'm feeling quite uncomfortable.
Why?
Well, it's
I'm coming closer
a
to
complete contrast. Stop it now! It's a complete contrast between what
I just
Paula...
wanted to show what is happening.
Yeah, what Paula says and Paula does. Like, there's a complete difference, which makes me quite uncomfortable because, yes, I won't come closer while coming closer. You're not my master while kneeling before him and praising and doing all those worship thingies. I don't know.
She doesn't worship him. She's just calling him master.
I don't know. Why shouldn't she? I don't know.
Okay,
I don't understand this relationship. It's not that intimate as I thought. Therefore, I have to read the paragraph here. Despite these words, she came closer to Zen and stood so close to him with a big grin that their shoulders touched. Of course, why won't you touch your shoulders while grinning? Zen was maximally confused. He knew from stories that Paula was unpredictable and confusing, but that a simple conversation could be so difficult.
Yeah.
There are even stories about her being told, like a legendary character.
Yeah, it's more like the people, like this famous person who you, like, I don't know. If
the city
you
clown.
meet Paula in a town, yeah, like a city clown you can see.
No.
Like, she's behaving so weird that everyone is talking about her and you cannot have a normal conversation with her because she's behaving like this. Like, doing...
Gossip.
things. Yeah,
Gossip.
gossiping, kind of.
Where does this come from? Like, is there a bar?
This is a Google mistake.
No, that's a mistake I did. A mistake because I commented on something that the audience doesn't know. And now we have to enlighten you, dear listeners, while crawling into your ears and enlightening you with the fact that Zen took a quick drink. And
His cola can, maybe.
His cola can.
Yes, they are lying everywhere around this town. We established
And
that
they're even full. Are they even full?
Yeah.
Cola. Like you're taking one sip and then throwing it away already.
Yeah. That's the pollution problem of the town.
How much is a cola can?
Half.
5p. No, how much? How much does it cost? They're free. They're
maybe
government.
they're free. You just need
government aid, welfare. We feed the people with cola cans.
Maybe there's like a helicopter flying over the town and just throwing cola cans everywhere, like free cola cans for everyone.
Metal cola cans.
Yay!
Full with liquid.
There will be coming in the story later regarding this problem, so continue reading.
Now I'm frightened. Zen took a quick drink and looked around the street as they emerged from a narrow corridor. A police car was parked exactly on the other side of the street, and two policemen had recognized the high school graduates Zen and Paula by their striking clothes and walked straight towards them with stern steps. One of the two policemen already had his hand on the club that was attached to his belt.
Do you know the club, which is like
for
that
gun.
You can punch?
No,
it's for
club.
punching people.
Like a stick, you know.
Yeah, like a stick thingy.
Okay.
It's called club, actually.
Zen snapped and quickly ran back into the narrow alley they had come out of. Does this pronoun refer to them as two people, like Zen and Paula, or
Yes.
or just Zen, like Zen snapped and quickly ran back into the narrow alley they, Zen, had come out of?
No, I established that Zen in this chapter actually is written as a he, so as a single person kind of, and not as a trans person, and therefore the they is correlating to Zen and Paula.
Okay, no, it's clear.
So both of them are going back into the narrow alley.
Good.
I hope that also like I really like to write descriptions at some point, so I was hoping that you have like, how's it called, a scene, and like they're going through a narrow corridor and then coming to a main street and there are police people there, and I hope that you can have this image in the mind.
Keep that in mind because it might be important now for the next scene, because there seems to be a trap.
Whoa!
Ooh,
What could it be?
squishy. However, they had more police officers coming towards them from the other side of the alley. They were in a bind.
How do you think they will escape? Or do you think they will escape?
Suicide.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Dying.
Oh no! I've been too fast again. I'm sorry, kids. That's not an option.
That's not an option, never.
Don't do death. No.
Okay, Sam, what do you think?
I think Zen will stab the police officer.
Okay, maybe I
With
should
coke,
stop
wait.
asking you about...
With a cola can, you know.
Oh, maybe you prefer a cola can at them.
Of course.
Okay, let's see.
Die, policeman.
Oh.
Swish. What are you trying to do? Do you think it's an instant hit with an empty cola can? Oh no, my great plan failed.
This is not the truth that's written there. He's just making it all up now.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm
let's
quite
continue.
creative sometimes, you know.
Yeah, maybe you can write the next chapter.
Work to do.
No.
Zen looked around quickly and saw a window to his left that belonged to a huge mansion. Zen couldn't take a closer look at the house and quickly picked up a full Coke bottle. Not a can anymore, but now one whole bottle, which was usually on the floor all over the city and made of titanium.
What?
Wealthy city.
Old. Okay, maybe. Do you want to read my old Mindy comment? Or should I read it?
Old Mindy comment. Pollution and waste of resources.
Yes. We have two problems now.
Well, no, it's part of one bigger problem because of the waste of that many resources. There's also a huge amount of pollution. Like they just take the resources, proceed, or just use them to fabricate more useless stuff and just throw them around on the streets, and that's pollution.
Yeah, kind of. I kind of want to find the question to why they made the Coke bottles out of titanium.
I don't know.
I also don't know.
You wrote this.
But I didn't want an explanation.
Why do
It's
you
your job to
fancy?
figure out.
Why do you fancy titanium so much?
I like titanium because in the next scene he needs to use it.
Is there a kind of intimate relationship between
Yes.
titanium and you?
Yes, definitely.
What kind of?
Because gymnasium and titanium, we are all in a relationship.
What?
I really like his confused face. Please continue reading
Silence.
because now you will figure out why he used.
Well,
the
they're both
Coke.
originally Greek.
Maybe I have a relationship to Greek people then.
Yes.
Yes.
With this, Zen, not with the Yasses, but
Not with the
with the Coke bottle made of titanium, also filled with liquid. Has it been opened yet?
No.
Like a fresh. Not fresh, but it's unused. We don't know how old it is, but it is there.
Yeah.
Somehow it got there, and someone made it, perhaps, or are they created with magic? Is there such a thing as
Maybe
magic?
we include magic. No, it's not a thing actually.
It's not a thing, of course. It's a talent or a.
A talent, Chef. You can do magic? Sam, can you do magic?
I can do some card tricks.
I think that's enough.
Okay. Now, stepping away from this mockery of magic, we'll continue with our.
Can you do magic?
Even if so, you'd think I'd tell you?
Oh,
Of
I
course-
want you
of
to
course not.
Show me magic. You can do magic. by
That's a
continuing.
hard decision to make. It is.
Okay, let's see how they will escape from the situation.
Oh, will they? With this, Zen smashed the window, and he and Paula quickly climbed into the villa before the police saw him disappear into the darkness. Zen covered the broken window with a dark curtain. Heck, what's the difference?
DIY hack. If the police is chasing you and you are like breaking into a big villa, just hide the broken window with a dark curtain so no one will see.
Of course.
Of course.
And then, is Zen a dwarf-like creature?
What?
No.
Because they both have to be, Paula and Zen, because Zen hid under the broken window with Paula and covered Paula's mouth with his hands to keep her from shouting out loud, which can happen spontaneously.
Yes.
How big is the window? Or are they so tiny?
Like a normal window. Like you can.
I would fit through this window.
Yeah. Me too. Like we have normally very big windows, and I can imagine if it's like a villa, I don't think that they have like really small windows. Normally they have also like this, how's it called, full wall windows thingy, or like door windows.
Yes,
So
which
I
would be
imagine a big
even
one.
harder to hide behind the curtain.
Yeah, like inside there's like a curtain who can hide the full window, so who knows?
And of course,
And it's very dark, like it's after midnight, and it's
Yeah.
like a dark alley which is not lightened.
yes.
You don't hear nor see the breaking of a window. Because it is too
the
dark.
breaking is a problem, maybe.
It's too dark, you can't hear it.
Yeah, sure.
But when another sound emerged, as we can read in your fanciful story, they heard the cops arguing before they apparently decided to have a beer in the bar on the main street where they have been moments ago.
That's the best police, just giving up immediately and just going for a beer.
Drunk police, because they might have come from there. Or it's like a police beer competition gathering.
Yeah, why not? That was the only reason why they were covering in the alley.
And they just were upset
Going
because
through.
their dark alley, where they usually hold the competitions, was occupied with two strangers. And they wanted to smash them beer cans on their heads, but
Oh my god.
not another instance of police violence, I'm afraid. So
There's
we'll
been
go
no
on.
violence so far.
Yeah, that's
It's like, I think
disappointing.
the most innocent
Yeah.
chapter.
Well, Paul has already jumped on Zen in despair.
But there's nothing happened, like he didn't hurt himself or anything.
You'll never know.
Also, how did the cops know that they had to search for graduates if they were in the bar before?
I think it were like the police got the call or something from the main, how's it called, main police people.
Main police people.
Main police people. I don't know how it's called, the officer? No.
Patrol helicopter.
Yeah, maybe. Because there was this fight scene and there were like the police coming there and they were only searching for like the high school students and the graduates people and they were like going around with all of the fancy dresses and so on. I think you can see them very easily.
Okay.
And maybe they were also just going to them to just ask them if they have been to the party and then like, okay, you come with us if you have been there. You have blood on your face.
Ah, yeah, they are covered in blood. That explains it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Meck?
Zen relaxed and let go of Paula's mouth, who in the meantime had licked Zan's hands with her tongue, like a dog.
Normal behavior.
What do you think of at night, I don't know? Zen shouted, and now I read it out as it stands there, angrily.
Equally instead of angrily.
Like,
That's a
aggressive, angrily.
That's an angry
Agro.
cat.
Yeah, angrily.
Oh. So please shout angrily.
Angrily.
Are you a stupid dog or what? Which the cops, of course, didn't hear.
Like maybe the cops have already left, like they went to the beer and were talking and everything. And there are like only people in the houses, so they hear people arguing.
They might be used to it because who knows who's living in that villa. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Zen wiped his hands on the curtains in disgust and looked around. Weird combination, but it was quite dark and you could only hear a faint hissing sound that seemed to come from the next room. Something about this house seemed very familiar to Zen. Was it the smell? Ugh.
The smell. Like everywhere there was garbage cans also. Cola cans opened.
What kind of...
More pollution problems, titanium production.
Yeah, what kind of a definition is here in this urban context of a villa? I don't know. Villa usually is a fancy, mostly tiny house with a certain amount of luxury. But in this case, I don't know. Perhaps the term villa might mean something pretty different.
No, I meant like a big house in general.
Well,
Like with two levels.
see, perhaps it might be luxury to just have a corpse sitting on the living room
There are
couch.
corpses everywhere surrounded,
Yes.
like in the room. And therefore it's smelling weird because they cannot see what happened.
Like there's
Quite dark.
a posh gathering, like for cake and tea, and the guests are coming in and they're saying, "Oh, what a fancy house you've got here! You've even tried to get your hands on two corpses. How nice it is!" I don't know.
Okay.
Because your world is already that twisted and weird, might be your thing, I don't know. We'll have to find out in the future. But there's also been something special about the location of your house that might have been familiar to Zen. Or perhaps something entirely else.
Yeah. Sam, do you have any idea why it could be familiar to Zen? Like, I think you can't have any idea, I think, but maybe you have.
You can't have.
No!
You're not able to.
No, because I already have an idea in my mind, but I kind of want to see if you have any idea.
Maybe she has.
Establish.
Maybe he has broken into this house before.
Maybe! I think that's a really nice idea, actually. I want to establish this. He's just like breaking into different kind of houses.
Zen was curious and said calmly,
Well, while we're here, we can have a look around.
with these words, Zen went to the nearest door, while Paula followed and screamed.
Yay! Look around! I like you, not your master.
I like your screaming voice. Now that we're in my new apartment, you can finally scream a little bit. In the other ones, we always needed to restrain ourselves a lot.
Aww.
Oh, restrain again.
Oh, restraining, yes.
And Zen also restrains his ears
Yes.
because he covered his ears slightly. Quite difficult for me to create an image of it in my mind. How do you cover your ears
Like
slightly?
slightly, like not that it's completely covered, but just like, don't stop the sound.
So just partly or just cover it?
Yeah, it's more like to show that
loosely.
you're like, how's it called? That you feel uncomfortable,
Yes.
but you don't completely cover your ears.
Yes, you only make the motion, you don't actually hear less. Now
Yeah.
that you're...
Yeah,
More
it is-
like, stop.
Under these circumstances, like he doesn't cover his ears, let's say brutally,
No!
or heavily, I don't know, completely, something like that, but slightly.
Yeah.
Which might be that Zen perhaps opens up a little and gets more comfortable with his behavior.
Yeah, maybe he got more used to her. like,
Slightly.
maybe at some point you like, I don't know, when you're at a concert or something, then it's like really loud in the beginning, but then you get used to the how's it called, the
Noise.
volume, the noise and everything, then you're like, yeah, it's completely fine.
You're getting used to weirdness.
Yes, he's
Okay.
getting weird. He's
Of
getting
course.
used to it.
And then he opened the door that appeared to lead to the kitchen. When they entered the kitchen, Zen was shocked. The kitchen was a huge room with several fridges and about 10 hot plates that were screened off with glass cabinets, and behind which something that was not intended for eating seemed to be cooking.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think I can see where this is going.
Let's see.
It almost seemed as if I had stepped into a chemistry lab. There were even several devices that looked like a microwave and that Zen could use to pay his 5 months' rent if he would even pay for it.
I know where we are.
Oh, you know where we are. Oh.
I know where we are.
Okay, do you want to say it or do you want
No,
to
I
wait
don't
a
want to
moment?
say it.
Okay, but I think you...
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
where we are. Okay.
Heavy Human Heating Limited Corporation.
I think Meck will also figure it out at some point.
Oh my. Zen was delighted and said enthusiastically,
Anyone who lives here can only be an earthling who rules the world with his cooking skills.
he was fascinated by a pot from which violent
Violent. Yeah, purple.
purple smoke was coming. Oh, that'd be more fascinating, I guess, like a pot from which violent smoke was
Violet
coming.
smoke. Yeah, maybe it's
I'm-
like violet and purple smoke.
I don't know.
Therefore violet.
Violet.
That's a combination of 2 words.
I see. Paula said very excitedly,
Not your master. Do you want tuna ice cream? I made it myself.
Yay, tuna ice cream!
what's more appalling, the fact that Paula did it herself, that it's ice cream, or that it tastes like tuna, or that she's got it.
Yeah, that she has it right there, like in the pockets of her dress.
Oh. Zen said, slightly distracted by the purple smoke that was now turning black,
Tuna ice cream would not be bad. But how did you transport that all alone?
I really like that you both said this question before and Sam is also asking it. So it's like, how did you transport it?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
Okay, what would you say?
It's a mock-up made of plastic.
That's also an idea.
Maybe. Let's
like
figure
in
out.
Japan, like when you're going to a nice, perhaps fancy, but most of them are fancy, restaurant where you can pick your meal from a collection of plastic mock-ups of the food, of the different meals you might get there.
But she said that she made it herself. So do you think she just colored the mock-up decoration food thingy, or did she really cook it herself at some point?
Well, I think that she would mold it. She'd mold the plastic. She won't cook the plastic until it gets shaped,
So it's just
because
a
it
big
doesn't work. But that's a technical
thing.
question, and it won't lead us anywhere right now.
Okay, let's figure out how it's in reality in my story.
Of course, in
reality.
fictional reality.
How in my fictional reality?
When he cooked Paula. Oh no.
No, that's a different fanfiction.
that's perhaps later. I don't know.
No.
They're big pots, and they're not designed to cook edible food. Perhaps it might be used to cook humans.
Ooh,
You don't want to eat
there?
with all those chemical stuff inside those creatures. I don't know. When he looked at Paula, she was in an elevator, but went to the ceiling. Wouldn't have thought of that.
It's a huge room. We
Huge room.
established this.
And Paula took something out of the freezer. Ah!
What?
I see. Because the details are completely
You have to
scrambled.
describe the room more. So it's a huge room,
Yeah.
and it's open, so you can look at several stories.
Yeah. It's more like it's a very huge room, so you have several layers, kind of, and there are like a lot of fridges and kind of different kind of devices. And you have the seating pods where we established that it has been 10 of them. And they are just like going through the place, and now Paula is taking one elevator, which is in the room, and which brings her to one of the higher...
To a higher level.
To a higher
and
level.
It's like a bridge thingy that goes
Yeah.
through the room.
Yes. And there's also like a freezer. And she's now there, and then she comes back.
Great. So then she took something out of the freezer. Oh no, well, that's so nicely and poetically written. I have to repeat it again. When he looked at Paula, she was in an elevator that went to the ceiling. Paula took something out of the freezer. The one from the ceiling.
I wanted to establish this, that it's like, yeah.
When she got back downstairs from the ceiling with the freezer, the one
No,
from the
she
ceiling,
didn't took the freezer with her. She took something out of the freezer.
the one,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one from the ceiling.
Yes.
the one from the ceiling, or the one from the ceiling, or the one from the
one.
ceiling. I don't know. But regardless, she was holding a large plate with a whole frozen tuna, topped with 3 vanilla ice cream balls with several small fish eyes in them. Zen found the dish very appetizing, but another question urged his mind.
Okay, so here was the point where I was thinking, okay, what do you think now of what I wrote? Because I was writing it myself, and I was like, oh my god, is it already too much? Is it like, what is this?
So if you ask me to, for my opinion, which I'm convinced you won't, I'll now decide to leave this room, look for a nice, comfortable space, and look where to puke at with the least damage.
That was my goal!
A whole frozen tuna topped
like
with
the full-
3...
the
Yeah,
full
of course,
fish.
I know what it looks like! And then topped with not 1, not 2, not 30, not 20, but mere 3 vanilla ice cream balls. Whose shape I don't want to imagine. With several small fish eyes. Well, at least they're inside of them, in them, so you won't see them until you just
maybe
take your
they just see
spoon.
them.
Are they on
Yeah,
them?
maybe.
Oh, you're
Inside,
great!
and you can see all that.
Who cares for
chocolate
raisins? Just take freaking fish eyes. Of living fish, are they still moving? Or
This
are
I
they
don't
dead?
know. I
I
think
don't
not.
know. When
It's
they're
frozen
frozen.
after.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Maybe when it's like not frozen anymore, it will start moving.
But then what made my day was the fact that Sam, that little creep, oh, I'm sorry, that huge creep, found the dish very appetizing. Oh, delicious. First tuna, tough free ice cream balls, and several
No, but
small
actually,
fish
Sam-
eye. Oh, delicious. Give it to me.
But you didn't read the chapter with the prom night itself. There was also Zen going to the buffet.
Yeah.
And he was also eating ice cream with sausage on top. So he has a weird taste.
What kind of ice cream? Ketchup ice cream.
I'm imagining vanilla ice cream, to be honest.
Yes, there's only vanilla ice cream in this world. And fish ice cream.
I'd like to know what the other question might be. But there
let's
his
see
mind
what
so
he
badly.
has in mind.
Do you have to live here, Paula?
Not do you have to.
Are you forced to live here?
Sorry.
I like both questions.
Yes, of course.
Do you have to live here or?
Well, we haven't established such a intense relationship right now. Perhaps it might follow later on.
Because she wanted me to introduce Paula backstory.
Yeah.
And then we are going to get there a little bit.
Oh, do you happen to live here, Paula?
Have fun with waiting.
Sucker.
I really wanted to be like as awkward as it is.
It's not even as awkward as arse awkward, you know. Paula was already sucking on the frozen fish like a popsicle stick and replied with her mouth full, so you could see the dead fish head in her mouth when she spoke.
It's a really nice picture.
Yeah, great! I'd like to hang on my wall.
I want to have a picture of Paula with the fish head in her mouth.
Oh, you
Maybe I can draw it.
Yeah, do it, please.
Yeah,
Don't
please.
show me.
Don't show me.
Your next Christmas present.
No, I don't want to have this present. Okay.
Yup.
Then raised an eyebrow skeptically.
Since when?
No!
It's actually nothing too bad, isn't it? She's just eating, isn't it?
The rest of the fish baldy with the ice cream joined the fish head in Paula's mouth and she crushed it while speaking. Oh, shall I do the crushing sound?
Yes, you can do.
For 6 years, 2 months, and 1 day and 36 seconds, 37 seconds, 38 seconds, 39 seconds. Okay, got it.
Then grabbed his head, a little annoyed, and looked around. The light in the kitchen was on before they entered. Then asked in an alarming voice.
You don't live here alone, do you? Nope.
Paula swallowed the fish ice cream mixture without ever giving any to Zen.
Like she told Zen to get him ice cream, and now she ate everything herself. Maybe that's a good thing. But actually, with the context, she's living there like for 6 years and 2 months. I just want to establish this a little bit. Okay, let's continue. I want to.
Oh, there's even more of
after
it.
this.
How
Yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah, after this.
Might we ever come an end to it?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Now I'm looking forward to this day. Wonderful. Hope for my
Yeah, if
life.
we continue reading, we can come to the end.
With these words, not those of mine, but a man stepped out of the shadows into the kitchen and asked in a deep and smoky voice.
Oh shit. Oh Lisa, did you bring a friend to play with?
Also happens to be a rather geriatric voice. Paula looked up at the tall man and replied happily with a
Yep.
as she hugged Lisa's father.
End of chapter! I really liked your eyes when you did read Lisa. Oh, Lisa. But it's not Lisa, it's Paula. And she's living there like for 6 years. So what happened? And you wanted me to include some kind of backstory for Paula. Mm-hmm. And I thought it might be too simple just to make it as a flashback. Mm-hmm. So my idea was to kind of make it indirectly.
Yeah.
So we have now some information about her life, what happened, but not exactly why it happened. Mm-hmm. So what did you get from this chapter? Like what did happen to her? What do you think?
Paula somehow took Lisa's place
Yes.
in Lisa's family for some reason.
Mhm.
And I also wonder what happened to you as a child that make you this way about fish.
No, the problem about this is that she didn't write it as a child.
I didn't write it now.
Yes, but as a psychologist, things like that often root in the childhood, which makes me wonder, did you ever went to an aquarium or...
Yes, actually I have a fish story.
Or perhaps you might have got deep frozen fish from the grocery store and you had a dream of swimming with fish together in the ocean.
No,
and you
never.
tried to replicate this idea as a child by going to the grocery store and, as the name says, bought such gross things like frozen fish and at home put them out of a package and took them with you in the bathtub to swim with the fish.
Okay, did you do this?
I'll pass.
You really
I didn't! No!
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but I thought like, I never wrote a chapter for your fancy story, but you made it simple to let a psychologist have a look inside your head, and it looks awful.
No, I was thinking of, because we established that Zen eats very weird stuff, and I wanted to include one food which is very disgusting at some point. And I was thinking, okay, what could be disgusting? In general, what is disgusting is an animal that looks at you while you're eating it at some point. So I was actually I was thinking of the stuff that I ate in Japan. There was one how was it called? It was called shirasu. For the people who are Japanese or something, they know what I'm talking about. It's a dish with a lot of small fish that have eyes that look at you while you're eating. I was so disgusted by it. It was the most disgusting thing that I ever ate in my life. The taste itself wasn't disgusting, it was just the psychological border that I had in my mind, which was oh my god, this is so disgusting. And this was the first thing that came into my mind, and I just said, okay, why not a full fish then?
Yeah,
And fish eyes that look at you in ice cream.
You know,
I think you're only disgusted by my story now. The more we read, the more disgusted you got.
I don't
And
know.
also the description. I wanted to make a description while they talk. Just the start of the conversation between Paula and Sen. She's eating the ice cream, and then there's continuous process. She's eating. She's speaking while eating, and then you can see I want you to have this kind of image in your head while what happened while they talk. And then she's finished talking when she finished the ice cream, and then the man comes out.
I like the chapter. The way you write it is nice. We still have the voice from
Mindy.
Mindy speaking through the letters. And the comments inside of the chapter. And the way you use capital letters. I can see them, the listener obviously can't, but it's there.
Okay, the calm moment with Paula.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, so you are going to write the next chapter, right, Sam?
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm not saying any predictions. We don't have predictions anymore. You can have a wish,
Did
each
we ever
one of
have?
you.
what about a sentient talking magic octopus in the next chapter practicing magic?
Sure, why not? I understand I can write.
Okay, what kind of wish do I want to have?
No, the one you want to have, not the one you exactly got.
I want to have. Okay, actually, I want you to get more romantical stuff between Mandy and Tim.
Let's describe it via...
Okay, I want you to go back to I want to read more about Mandy
closet.
and Tim. Yeah, okay. More closet scene, please.
And you've introduced the, let's call it the Master-Paula relationship, which might be interesting.
There's no relationship.
And perhaps there will be
one-sided.
a love triangle afterwards between Paula, Zen and Lisa's father.
What? That's not what fanfiction is only about.
You said it, not only.
It's about writing your creativity, your ideas and everything.
Exactly.
And your wishes for people to have relationships. And fandoms.
But the father might be a sad widow. I'm sorry.
Who lost his daughter.
He ate her.
He ate her. What? No.
I don't know. Was it really tuna ice cream?
Oh no.
We'll never know. As it's processed now.
No,
in
Sam,
stomach.
don't get any ideas for this direction.
Let's ship Lisa's father with Floppy.
Or with the remaining
And then the
fish.
doctor comes back from
Yes.
the hospital or something.
Yeah, because they are approximately the same age, and it could be this betrayal because Floppy has his daughter, and they meet somewhere, and
Let's make a deal. I'll get your daughter, you'll get mine. Oops.
But he doesn't have a daughter.
Yes, exactly. He just tries to get rid of her because she's annoying.
Maybe therefore Paula is now his daughter so that they can exchange daughters. Okay, so you know what kind of wishes we want to have. And
yes, octopus and closet. For closet action.
closet action, yay! Okay, so
Now for the credits.
yeah, I think this was everything that we have for this chapter. So
Yes.
if you don't have anything else to say,
Where can you find more shoot online?
Yeah, our social media. So Sam, because you are like our communication chief officer,
Manager,
manager, chief officer,
producer,
please
makeup person.
tell our audience, our listeners, where they can also find us if they want to see more of us in future.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram under Fiction After Lunch. You can find us also on Tumblr under Fiction After Lunch. You cannot find us under Fiction After Lunch on Twitter because over there we are Fiction and Lunch because I didn't have enough letters.
It's becoming an inside joke, Twitter.
I don't like Twitter.
Why do we have social media than on Twitter?
But actually someone is following us on Twitter who isn't on Instagram.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
for this person, I want to keep the account.
Okay,
For
that's
this
very
one
nice.
person, this
Like-
is for you, Alex.
And they are asking.
Hello, Alex.
They're asking all the time.
Where can I find this Fiction and Lunch podcast? I've searched through all the internet, but it doesn't exist. They're making a mockery of me.
And we also have an email, which is fictionafterlunch@gmail.com.
And we have a YouTube channel, which is Fiction After Lunch.
And we have, I think, 2 videos until now. Like the first one was the tomato
Yes.
plant, and
Yes.
one where you are trying to calculate my age when I wrote the first fan fiction.
Yes, we have these videos, and right now, I don't know when this will be coming out. I'm working on a laptop episode.
Okay, so I think we don't have anything else to say. So, what should we say at the end?
I like suck the fish like a popsicle.
Suck. Well, I cannot say it even. Suck the fish like a popsicle.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sure you want
I am.
to say
Yeah.
this? To have it recorded on the internet?
Or maybe don't. Should we say don't suck the fish like a popsicle?
Yes.
I think that's better.
Children, don't try it at home.
Don't try it at home. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Don't suck the fish like a popsicle. Yay!